name's Solomon Kleinsmith.
Hi, my name is Jessica Eyes.
Finally, the 2012 Democratic Convention kicks off. But let's deconstruct this scene. Literally deconstruct it. What you find is unions. Specifically, the IBEW Local 379, which built the arena, the International Association of Theater and Stage Employees, and the Communication Workers of America, who helped keep it running. Nonetheless, when the Democrats chose North Carolina for their convention, the unions weren't pleased. As CBS News reported, North Carolina is a right-to-work state, making it difficult for workers to organize. But the relationship between Democrats and unions is long-standing. The party's largest union donor, the National Education Association, held a celebration at the DNC, and we asked some questions.
How do you see the influence of money in politics, both on through the NEA lobbying and then through other organizations that oppose you?
Well, I think it's important to recognize that in politics, money talks. And so one of the things that we do is we ask our members to voluntarily contribute to our political action campaign so that we can have a seat at the table as educators, as legislators, and or other elected officials are making decisions that impact public education. We want to be at the table, and so this is one of the ways that we secure a seat is by making contributions to campaigns.
Tell us a little bit about the history of the NEA's relationship with the Democratic Party.
Absolutely. NEA has long supported members of Congress, state legislators, governors, school board members who have stood with public education and supported the students in the classrooms. We disclose everything. You know exactly where every dime is coming from and where every dime is going, because this is our members' money that we spend on issues, but we do not spend any of our members' money on political candidates.
How much of that goes toward lobbying, and how much does it go to TV advertising and other activities?
Sure. I mean, the majority of our funding, we do try to focus on making sure that we are representing our members in the halls of Washington, D.C. and the halls of Congress.
Do you give to 501c4 like dark money groups and super PACs, or is it just PACs, or what kind of groups?
The majority of where we're trying to focus our effort is working in coalitions, working in allied organizations, groups that are partnered with us to advance a common mission around public education.
So, but are any of those groups super PACs or dark money groups?
I don't know the list off the top of my head, so I don't feel confident answering on that right now.
Okay.
Money in politics. We spoke with Democratic strategists Bob Weiner and William Minor about the relationship between unions and Democrats.
Unions, because there are those who criticize the Democratic Party for having a special relationship with the unions, and they feel that it's unfair. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't know that you could argue it's unfair in any way. I mean, unions and corporations, under the law at least, are treated in many ways much the same. They're both able to engage in political activities, generally up into the same limits. And so, to the extent that unions have gravitated toward the Democrats, I think is not a matter of fairness, just a matter of how their political leanings have lined up.
There are those that criticize the Democratic Party for being too close to the unions, and unions for being too close to the Democratic Party. What would you say to those people?
I would say they're Republicans.
That would be the extent of the validity of their criticism?
Yeah, right. The Democratic Party and unions and people's rights and workers' rights are very closely allied, as they should be. The 8-hour day, the 40-hour work week, sick leave, parental leave. So I would say that it's a nonsense statement. The reason that the Democratic Party and unions are close to each other is we believe in each other's causes.
16% of Democratic delegates are union members. Probably more than the percentage of unionized employees in the Charlotte Convention Center.
Just curious. We heard that they had a hard time getting union labor. Are you guys union labor?
We're good.